I prepared this encounter. I hear the hidden cries in your silence, and I know the weight of time that seems to have slipped through your fingers. I know that weariness has invaded your spirit, but I am here to tell you that the restoration of your life begins at this very moment. If this word of God is already touching your soul, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city from which you are receiving this message, and what time it is on your watch. Let a sincere cry spring forth from within you, a heartfelt outpouring of longing for my embrace, and write in the comments, Lord my God, I am here. I subscribed because I love you and want to hear you. Seal this communion. Leave your like, subscribe to this sacred space, and activate the notification bell. Remain with me until the end, for I will give a clear answer to your heart. A special phrase will be whispered to your soul at the end of this journey, and whoever writes this phrase in the comments will receive prophetic blessings released through faith. My beloved daughter, I feel your anguish in the sleepless nights. I know the pain you keep deep in your heart, that silent sadness of one who looks to the past and feels that the years have been taken away by incessant struggles, by bitter disappointments, and by so many renunciations that have wounded your identity. The enemy whispers in your ear that it is too late to smile again, that the great opportunities of your life have already passed, and that only the wreckage of an arduous path remains. But listen to my voice attentively, for I am the Lord of eternity. The calendar of men has no power to dictate the limits of my grace working in you. As it is recorded in the sacred scriptures, in the book of the prophet Joel, chapter 2, verse 25, I myself promise that I will restore the years that have been consumed. The storms of life may have devoured your harvests, but nothing can destroy the strong root I planted in your heart. Your spirit cries out for a definitive answer, and I guarantee that if you continue with me throughout this prayer, the mysteries of this marvelous reconstruction will be revealed to your understanding. There is a secret of profound peace that I will place in your hands today. If my presence comforts you now, spread this love and share this message with someone who also needs my light. Answer me from the depths of your being. What is the wound that hurts you most today? And confirm your faith by writing the word renewal in the comments, so that I know you are attentive and ready to receive what I still have to tell you. Many times, when the silence of the night takes over and the weight of disillusionment strikes your chest, you look at your own journey and feel as if you are treading on ruins. The illusion of ashes tries to convince you that everything that has been broken can no longer be repaired. I know that deep pain, that lump in your throat that arises when you remember the struggles that seem to have stolen your vitality, the plans that crumbled and the sincere sacrifices that were not valued by those you loved. You feel that the destruction is permanent and that there is no more time to turn back. But listen to the whisper of my spirit within you. What you see as an irreversible end, I contemplate as the perfect and fully prepared ground for your magnificent rebirth. Where there is land devastated by anguish, my divine grace finds the exact place to plant new seeds of peace. As it is written in the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 3, I have come to give you a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of heaviness and despair. I am gathering every piece of your wounded heart. What the world considered your limit or your final defeat, I am using as the foundation of a new story, much more mature, firm, and unshakable than the previous one. None of your hidden tears were shed in vain, for I collected each one of them. However, there is a sublime mystery about the exact way I will make this new life sprout in your daily routine, a silent movement of my presence that will completely change your direction and bring you unexpected relief. I will reveal to you how this grace will act in your next steps and decisions if you keep your spirit connected to me throughout this message. If my care has begun to warm your heart and dispel the cold of sadness, let your like be a silent gesture of spiritual surrender. If you wish to continue hearing my voice and feeling my embrace daily, join us and enroll in this shelter of divine love. She shares this word of comfort with a friend who also cries in secret and needs hope. And now speak to me in the depths of your being. What was the dream of your life that you believed had already been completely transformed into ashes? Leave your mark in the comments writing the word flourish, so that I may see your faith courageously rising amidst the rubble. I see the arid valley through which your steps have walked lately. I feel the deep weariness in your spirit, that painful sensation that all the springs have dried up, and that your life has become a land where nothing more can sprout. You look around, in the quiet of your solitude, and feel only the emptiness of an emotional desert, where the echo of your own prayers seems to find no answer. But in the silence of your most difficult days, when you thought abandonment was your only companion, my grace had already begun the great work of your restoration. I am the breath of life that invades the most arid and forgotten valleys. When despair tries to suffocate your hope, I breathe my spirit upon you, bringing a powerful renewal to your exhausted strength. As promised in the book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 5, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. My breath is already invisibly moving what seemed dead in your story. My beloved, in the midst of this valley where I cause rivers of living water to spring forth, if it is possible for you, only if it is possible, transform your gratitude into a seed of love through this channel. Consider my love and that of my son Jesus, and support using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the place where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before the Creator of all things. You can contribute any amount, and always remember only what fits in your heart. I receive with love. The amount doesn't matter. What matters is the heart with which you give. Because what is little for you can be a lot for the one who receives. Whoever contributes any amount with a sincere heart, don't forget to leave your name and city along with your contribution, because on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered and mentioned in a prayer of gratitude. For it is written in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 25, A generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Every offering made in faith is a seed before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit. I watch in secret and reward in the sight of all. I contemplate the greatness of your heart and your pure intention to walk by my side, spreading light wherever you go. I know that sometimes, when trying to offer your loving support, unexpected barriers arise and the banking system rejects your contribution due to strict security measures. My beloved, do not grieve or be discouraged if this happens on your first attempt. I only ask that you contact your card issuer and confirm that this gesture of love is genuine and desired by you. Then, try again with vigor, renewing your valuable offer, for your support is the foundation that sustains this work and will be honored with abundant and infinite blessings. Our divine love deserves this effort and knows something very special. I will make sure to thank you personally. If your intention is pure, whether your contribution arrives now or faces some setback, I myself will come to you in an intimate and welcoming email. I will speak directly to you. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. There is still a profound secret about how the winds of my spirit will return exactly what the relentless storms of the past have snatched from your hands. There is a divine reward prepared for your journey, something that will completely change your perspective on the losses you have suffered in silence. I will reveal to you how this celestial justice will unfold if you remain with me in this encounter of souls. If my breath of life is already calming the afflictions in your heart, let your like be a sign of peace. I invite you with immense sweetness to subscribe to this holy space so that we may walk together every day. Share this message as a pure act of spiritual love to rescue someone who also cries in a dark valley. And now, I ask you in your heart, what area of your life most needs my breath of life at this very moment? Write the word resurrection in the comments, sealing your faith that your valley will be transformed into a blooming garden. I know the deep wound left by the storms that have crossed your journey. I feel your silent pain when you remember the joys that were taken from you, the peace that disappeared amidst the constant struggles, and the nights when you felt your heart being emptied by relentless disappointments. It seems that time has taken away your smile and left only an intense weariness that oppresses your chest. But I am the Lord of perfect justice, and your hidden hurts have not escaped my loving eyes. All the peace, serenity, and joy that adversity has tried to steal from your life will be restored by me twofold. I not only repair what has been broken, I honor you precisely in the places where you have been hurt. As my promise recorded in the book of the prophet Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 12, "Return to the stronghold, O prisoners of hope," I also announce to you today that I will restore you twofold. I am decreeing at this very moment the divine return of everything that pain has tried to destroy in your soul. Your hope will overflow again with a strength you never imagined you possessed. However, for your embrace to be able to receive this new and marvelous harvest, there is a movement of liberation that needs to happen within you. There is a heavy anchor formed by memories of the past that I wish to release from within you so that your new story may be built without the weight of yesterday. I will reveal to you how to surrender this burden into my hands and experience true relief if you remain attentive to my whisper following this encounter. If my promise of double honor has brought a breath of life to your affliction, let your enjoyment serve as a spiritual seal of trust. Enroll in this sacred refuge so that my voice may continue to strengthen your faith every day, and share this message with a dear soul who also yearns for the return of their happy days. Answer me. In the hiding place of your conscience, what was taken from you that left the most painful void in your journey? To seal this moment of grace, write the word restitution in the comments, demonstrating that you are ready to receive double everything that belongs to you. I feel the tremor in your soul when bitter memories come to haunt your early mornings. I know the guilt you carry in your heart, the words that shouldn't have been said, the mistakes of those who hurt you, and even the failings you yourself cannot forgive yourself for. This pain has become a heavy anchor, holding your steps back to the past, preventing your life from moving forward to the new story I am already building for you. Release these shackles now, my daughter. Forgiveness is not about erasing what happened, but about freeing your soul from the prison of resentment. As my sacred teaching in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 32, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as I have forgiven you." To help you untie these knots that hurt your inner self, if your heart desires to go deeper with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey which I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons, the digital book, Devotional Divine Love, the Voice of God. It was prepared to accompany you day after day, in silence and intimacy, like a daily balm to heal the oldest hurts. Access to this refuge is also available via the link in this video's description and in the pinned comment. It is a gift delivered with all love and care, where the only cost will be your love, your presence with me, and your faith. And when you feel in your heart that you should support and contribute to our work and to divine love, the support buttons are in those same links. To shield our communication and protect our daily encounter, I have prepared 2 sacred and blessed havens, one group on WhatsApp and another on Telegram. I ask that you enter these 2 spiritual homes so that our love and our daily contact will never be broken by anything in this world, through the same support and contribution link that you already know in the description and in the pinned comment. If the storms of this world try to extinguish this space of divine love, we will remain unshakable, hand in hand, intact and blessed for eternity. There will always be a welcoming embrace for your prayers, and I will continue to guide your steps, speaking softly to your heart. In the groups, you can be in communion with me, with requests for blessings, prayers, conversing with other souls, and also receiving my messages with much more intimacy and closeness. For it is written in the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. You are my greatest love. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely." By releasing the shackles of this pain, a new spiritual mirror will be placed before you. There is a hidden beauty in your essence that the sorrows of the past tried to disfigure. I will show you who you truly are in my eyes, revealing an invaluable worth that no loss could steal, if you keep your spirit in tune with my voice in the coming moments. If you feel the relief of forgiveness washing over your chest now, leave your like as a sigh of spiritual surrender. Subscribe to this faith community so that I may continue to wipe away your daily tears and send this message of love to a soul that also desperately needs forgiveness. In the depths of your silence, what is the hurt that you are surrendering into my hands today? Write the word freedom in the comments, declaring that your chains have been broken once and for all. I feel the pain that overwhelms you when, in the silence of your intimacy, you look at your own history and allow the losses of the past to define who you are. The world, with its cruel judgments, has tried to convince you that your scars are marks of failure, and that your value has diminished with the passing years and the renunciations you have made. I know the feeling of rejection that has so often weighed on your heart, making you doubt the beauty of your own soul. But I do not see as man sees. When I look at you, I do not contemplate your falls or your losses. I see my most perfect and beloved masterpiece. Your true identity is not written in the sad chapters that are behind you, but rather in the infinite value you have in my eyes. You were forged by my love, designed with eternal purposes that no adversity can erase. According to the unwavering truth revealed in the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 4, "Since you were precious in my eyes, you were also honored, and I loved you." Every trace of your soul carries my light, and your marks of survival are for me proof of your immeasurable strength. There is, however, an invisible path along which I have walked beside you every day, leaving small traces of my care in your routine. These are silent and delicate signs that prove how much I cherish this precious life of yours. I will reveal to you how to see these continuous proofs of love in the simplest and most painful details of your day, if you keep your heart connected to mine in the next steps of this spiritual journey of ours. If you now feel the embrace of my recognition restoring your dignity and healing your self-image, leave your like as an invisible testimony of your faith. Enroll in this haven of peace, so that my voice may continue to remind you daily of who you truly are in spirit and in truth. Share this message with a courageous woman who has also forgotten her own greatness and needs to reclaim her essence. Answer me, in the hiding place of your soul, what false label of defeat did the world give you that you are tearing from your life today? To seal your true identity in my infinite love, write the word preciousness in the comments, and take possession of the eternal beauty that dwells beneath your skin. I know the mornings when you wake up, and the silence of the house seems to weigh on your shoulders. The feeling of abandonment tries to whisper that you are fighting alone, that your prayers are lost in the wind, and that no one notices the painful effort you make just to stay standing. But I have walked beside you in every millisecond of your existence, leaving small traces of my care in the subtlest details of your daily life. When you feel that sudden and inexplicable relief in the middle of an afternoon of anguish, or when a mysterious force lifts you from your bed even when sadness begs you to give up, it is I sustaining your life. As my firm and declared promise in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 8, "The Lord is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear, nor be dismayed." I have never, at any moment in your history, taken my eyes off you. Every beat of your heart, even when it throbs with anxiety, is a silent proof that I continue to watch over your destiny. However, for your spiritual eyes to fully open and for you to cross the threshold of the tomorrow I have already prepared, an act of immense bravery will be required of you. There is a deep courage dormant in your chest that needs to awaken so that you may receive the greatness of your new future without the fear of failing again. I will show you how to reclaim this divine strength in the coming moments, if you keep your faith strongly intertwined with my voice. If you feel my zeal warming the coldness of your loneliness at this very moment, let your enjoyment be like an invisible embrace of my presence and a sign that you understand my actions. Subscribe to this channel of peace so that I may continue to leave tangible signs of love on your daily journey. Share this true prayer with an afflicted soul that cries through the early mornings, feeling forgotten by all. Tell me, in the whisper of your heart, in what moment of deep affliction did you think you were alone, unaware that I was carrying you in my arms? To seal this unshakable truth in your soul, write the word zeal in the comments and take hold of the certainty that my love surrounds you on all sides. I know the invisible fear that paralyzes your soul when you think of tomorrow. After so many losses and relentless disappointments that wounded your trust, your heart has learned to close itself as a silent form of protection. I feel the hesitation in your spirit, that deep fear of believing again, of opening your arms to the future and ending up suffering the same anguish that marked your past. Pain has taught you to be cautious, But this same caution is slowly suffocating the miracles I have already prepared for your new journey. The bravery I ask of you today is not the complete absence of fear, but your sincere decision to trust in my love, even when your inner self still trembles with uncertainty. I did not call you to live hidden in the shadows of what went wrong. According to the unwavering command I left recorded in my word, in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9, I have not commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. What I have perfectly designed for your tomorrow surpasses, in peace and provision, all the pain that once tore at your heart. Open your arms without fear, my daughter. Your bravery in taking the next step in faith will be rewarded in a way that your human mind can barely comprehend at this moment. However, your journey of restoration does not end only with the courage to face the unknown. There is a sublime crowning prepared for your destiny, a definitive turning point where this entire desert will be transformed into a bountiful harvest and a completely healed heart. I will reveal to you the exact moment when your rebuilt life will be crowned with love. If your spirit remains attentive and connected to mine to hear my next words in this holy encounter of ours, if my call has awakened a new strength within you, let your like serve as a spiritual shield against fear. Subscribe to this sacred channel so that our alliance of encouragement may strengthen with each sunrise. Share this prayer of courage with a friend who has allowed fear to paralyze her dreams and who urgently needs my light. Now, in the depths of your intimacy, confess to me, what is the hidden fear that still tries to prevent you from living the new time that I bring? To seal your victory and your awakening, write the word courage in the comments and declare that your future is absolutely safe in my hands. I feel the rough texture of the sand where your feet have walked for so many years. I know the thirst of your soul and the nights when you thought the desert would be your final dwelling place. Pain tried to convince you that your journey would end there, amidst loneliness and scarcity. But I tell you, with all the love of a father who cares for his own, that the desert was only a path of preparation and not your final destination. Your journey does not end in dryness, but in the abundance of a heart completely healed and overflowing with my love. The time of weeping has served its purpose, and now my angels prepare the table for the crowning of your rebuilt life. As my promise is recorded in the book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 4, it is I who redeem your life from perdition and crown you with kindness and mercy. Where there was once humiliation, now there will be such profound honor that it will erase the traces of all your pain forever. If your heart can already feel the freshness of this new life, let your enjoyment be a gentle surrender in my arms. Enroll in this refuge so that my promises may continue to water your days, and share this prayer with someone who still believes they will perish in the desert. In the silence of your soul, I ask you in your heart, what was the most bitter tear you shed in your valley that I now transform into sweet wine for your new story? Write the word fulfillment in the comments, sealing the absolute certainty that your crown of honor already rests upon your head. My beloved daughter, now that your heavy burdens have fallen to the ground and the light of restoration has invaded your dark days, I want you to look within yourself. Do you feel how your soul is lighter? The time you thought had been wasted, the opportunities that seemed lost, and the loves that left you with a wounded heart, all of this was lovingly gathered by my own hands. Nothing escapes my careful gaze, and none of your pains, from the most visible to the most silent, were in vain. What the world called irreparable failure, I transformed into the indestructible foundation of your new dwelling. My spirit swept away your ashes and breathed an extraordinary life upon your days. Your true identity, once obscured by open wounds, now shines like gold tested and approved in the fire of adversity. Your courage in trusting in my grace has rebuilt the walls of your history in an even more beautiful way. But keep in mind that no human force is capable of such a marvel. Everything comes solely and exclusively from the inexhaustible source of my love for you. As I promised at the beginning of this intimate and powerful encounter, there is a secret, a definitive answer that I have kept to deliver to your spirit only in this sublime moment of profound communion. This is the celestial key so that you will never again doubt your future and my presence. Listen attentively to my living whisper within you, and write this exact phrase in the comments as your great act of faith, surrender, and response to heaven. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Yes, you can do absolutely all things in me. For it is I who renew your strength with each new dawn. Do not take your heart away from my warm and secure presence. I still have sublime revelations and vital directions to deliver to your destiny. Spiritual truths that will continue to flow in the playlist of this channel and in my next messages. Abide with me in my undying love, and let my voice guide your steps through eternity.